So when you see riots or invasions of churches, remember who exactly these mobs are defending. Despite this chaos, ICE continues to carry out their mission. We should be grateful for their work to make our neighborhoods safer. For more, now I'm joined by conservative radio host Jason Rantz, NewsNation political contributor and Democratic strategist Chris Hahn, and host of NewsNation's Batya Ungar-Sargon. Thank you all so much for being here. So, Jason, let's start with you. DHS says that Governor Walz and Mayor Frey of Minneapolis keep whipping these mobs into a frenzy. I certainly haven't heard them say, don't invade churches, don't impede operations. Do you think they're ever going to lower the temperature here?
Well, given just over this past weekend, you had the mayor out there saying, no, this is love on display in Minneapolis. This is what we do here. We protect our neighbors. They obviously aren't making a distinction between the criminal illegal immigrants that I think every single person, except for maybe a handful of Democrats, actually want to be arrested and deported, and everybody else. The folks they always condescendingly tell us, who will make your salads? Who will clean your toilets? I find that language to be rather racist, but that's what they do. Yeah. But yet they still can't separate out both of those groups. And I think Republicans sometimes fall into that trap as well, making sure that we're clear as to the intent of these raids. But there's no turning back at this point. Obviously, Democrat lawmakers locally, they want the Insurrection Act to be imposed because then it makes them into bigger victims that they can go run off to left-wing media
Martyrs
to talk
for
about.
them. Yeah, exactly. All right, Chris. I mean, we're going to start storming churches now. Is that what we're doing? Should we not be doing that, maybe?
Well,
to make a political point? Keep the signs outside and the bullhorns outside the churches?
Well, first, congrats on the show. And now let me debate you.
Okay, great.
Look, here's the thing. This was not just a random church. The deacon in that church was a commander in ICE, and they were protesting ICE. But look, I don't think it's a good idea to be protesting at churches, but let's call it what it is. This is a very tense situation. Everybody should be calling for calm, the president including. I haven't seen that happen. Maybe you could get him to do that tomorrow when you interview him. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be watching it. But I think that there needs to be a toning down of what's going on there right now, and there needs to be a more orderly process for what they're doing. There are 120,000 so-called undocumented or illegal immigrants in the whole state of Minnesota. There are 3,000 ICE agents. There are 2 million in Texas. I don't see the president sending people in there. I'm assuming that there are violent felons in the immigrant. I'm assuming there are violent felons in Texas, too, that need to be deported.
They are being deported. They're just not being harassed.
I think the right likes to mislead what a sanctuary means, right? It means the cops will not ask you for your papers when you call them on a complaint. No. If you are arrested and convicted of a crime, they will take your information and they will turn you over.
No, that's not what it means. It means that ICE has a detainer for a criminal alien they know who has a record, especially who has a final deportation order. They take them to local law enforcement, as they're doing in Texas and Florida, where they're not having this mayhem going on. They take them to a local jail and they call ICE and they say, come get him. It all happens quietly in jail rather than this public spectacle.
They're not getting the percentages in Florida and Texas that they are in Minnesota.
Yes, they are.
I mean, there are 1.7 million illegals in Florida. Why don't they have the surge there? There are 2 million. Why don't we see troops on the streets in Fort Worth? Because it's a red state and this is performative.
And it's not a sanctuary state. All right, Batya, to you. Speaking of other places around the country, you are seeing this planned violence, these activists who have training, and they've been training for a year for this type of confrontation. If the president doesn't do something about this in Minneapolis in terms of invoking the Insurrection Act or sending in some kind of surge of ICE agents, they're already trying to do that. Are we going to see this exploding in other cities across the country? New York City, for example, last summer we saw Los Angeles riots there. Does something need to be done to make sure that this doesn't happen elsewhere?
Well, first of all, Katie, huge mazel tov on the show.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. Welcome to the NewsNation family. We're all so thrilled about this, and I'm so honored to be here on your first show, so thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I think, of course, it's really important to remember The open border was class warfare against the American working class, because all of these 10 million people who streamed across the border ended up either on welfare or working, which meant that they were competing with Americans for jobs and driving down the wages for Americans who work with their hands for a living, right? These people are unbelievably generous to a point, but America's working class realized that their own children were being disinherited so that the elites in this country could hire cheap nannies and cheap landscapers and cheap people to make their salads and clean their homes and do the other things that they consider to be beneath their dignity to do. Now, working class Americans are very, very good-hearted people. When they see the chaos on the streets, they are going to tell pollsters, I don't like that. But if you think for a second that means that they're going to give power back to the Democrats on something like immigration, the Democrats who opened the border and justified the open border for 4 years and now pretend that never happened and say, of course, we need a closed border. I have another thing coming for you.
Well, it's your economic argument is why they're going to give power back to Democrats. There was 4% unemployment while you're saying the surge happened. 4%. It's up now under Trump, as well as prices that he said he'd bring down.
And wages
so if you want to talk about what's working for the working class, the Trump economy is not working for the working class. They go to the grocery store, they see with their own eyes, which is why they're giving back power to the Democrats every chance they get.
And they're deporting violent murderers and criminals who are in our country illegally, taking advantage of Americans.
Yes, and we're all for that. Everybody's for that.
We have to run. Batya, Jason Rantz, Chris Hahn, thank you all so much for being on the first show. I will love to have you back. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.